and welcome to my channel. My name is Linda and I am the Vintage Witchen. And for me, vintage is kind of my aesthetic. Witchen is, I am an eclectic Wiccan, and I have been practicing kitchen magic and hearth magic for about 30 years now, honestly. The first spell I ever cast, I was 16. So that realization dawned on me, and I was kind of surprised that it had been that long that I've been practicing. So kind of going backwards a little bit, like I said, my name's Linda and I've been practicing for 30 years, and I absolutely love being a witch, and I love the religious side of it. For me, I am very much a Wiccan. And when I say I'm eclectic, it's because I've been a solitary practitioner for a very long time. I was briefly in kind of a mixed bag of nuts coven. Sorry, my cats are on the bed and they are wobbling everything. But anyhow, and so I was briefly with a coven. I had learned a long time ago from a couple of very lovely pagans a long time ago, and honestly, looking back and after having learned a few other things, I'm pretty sure they were Gardnerian, so in the traditional sense, and they were a part of a coven. I just never was able to do that sort of a thing because we had moved a lot and it was just easier to practice on my own, and I was in the broom closet for a very long time, so I totally understand. I do have 3 children, and so I come from a completely different kind of a standpoint. So, you know, I have kids, I have grandkids, I have fur babies, you name it, I've probably got it, including some tarantulas, which are my grand tarantulas from my oldest. So, all that being said, I just kind of wanted to do a brief introduction, kind of, sort of. You'll learn more about me, hopefully, if you stick around and you watch some more of my videos. But today, I was super excited because I am adding to my library. So, last month, yeah, it was last month, I was able to pick up some really kind of fun reading. Now, like I said, I've been practicing for a bazillion years, and so some of these books were new to me, but as I was watching some of the other channels on YouTube and on Instagram, I noticed that there's a lot of different things out now than there was back in the day. And a billion years ago, I also had a YouTube channel where I did witchy things then too. So it's kind of coming full circle, I feel like. And I've really kind of felt like I needed to start a channel of my own because I really feel like it's time to try this again. So anyhow, so the first one that I picked up was The Wiccan Kitchen. And it's probably reversed for you guys because that's how it is. So far has been really kind of interesting. And so I'm going to do some more reading and actually try out some of the different things, and then I'll do like a proper review. But the actual like artwork and pictures in here is absolutely gorgeous because this is totally my aesthetic. The whole like vintage thing, I just, vintage antiques, love it. I do have another channel on YouTube with my husband, and it's a very mundane kind of a thing, definitely not spiritual. This is for my spiritual side. And we have an antique and vintage business, and so that's more of that side of things, because we should all be well-rounded, right? I did get this. Now, I am not a heathen, like I said, I am Wiccan, but I do love the Norse gods, and I do love Odin, Freya, Freyr, you know, I'm sure you know. Anyway, so I did pick this up, and I read it in one night. It's really good, and some of the and there's different parts of it that just really kind of made me chuckle because they really apply. They're very applicable to our lives now, and I love that. So yeah, very good read. It's The Wanderer's Havamal, so very good. The last thing I picked up towards the beginning of March was, now because I'm old as Hades and I've been practicing for so long, I do have a lot of like Scott Cunningham, and then several other authors that are from like way back in the day. And so this was kind of a fun one. And so back when I was first practicing, Llewellyn, I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. Do we ever know? I don't know. They were like huge for publishing for books that were basically my generation, to have information. And so absolutely thought this was adorable. And there's a ton of information, and it's kind of nice that it's just the one Sabbat. So yeah, I really like that. Very cool. And I'm going to try getting the other ones, I think, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. Because I have a lot of my own practices and a lot of things that I've done for a bazillion years. But this is kind of, I like this. It was my jam. And again, the pictures are really cute. And there was some good recipes and stuff in there too. So this one I was kind of torn. I didn't know if I wanted to or not, but I thought about it and I thought, well, what the hell? Because I'm here, so why not? And this side of COVID-19, I'm still kind of liking my Amazon. So I picked this up. It got some mixed reviews. The Wikipedia. I love when you look online and it comes up under Wikipedia. It kind of, I like that. I don't know why. I think it's just because it's called Wikipedia and it amuses me greatly because I am pre-internet. So yeah, like that. And again, the artwork is a lot of fun. Like, I mean, I love this kind of artwork. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm old and I live in a world of vintagey, ancient, antique type things. Let's see. And then, again, to go along with that whole, the way that I practice my magical abilities, I guess, is more kitchen, home, hearth kind of thing, kind of a cottage, hearthy kind of. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I didn't know that labels were such a thing, and then apparently they are. So yeah, so now we're labeling everything. Why not? So there's the Modern Witchcraft Guide to Magical Herbs. I have Scott Cunningham's, so I thought I'd see how this compares. Because, you know, if that's a classic. Sorry, you're wobbling. I have triplets, and they're litter mates, so they are in fact triplets, cats. And they were foundlings, and love them to pieces. But anytime they see the video camera, they're just like, so there's that. But this is lovely. I love the cover. I mean, I'm totally like digging that. And again, I love these botanical type pictures, like the old, like Victorian. I don't know why I feel like you need to see my forehead to know that I'm showing you something. But, you know, I just think they're super cute. I love that. I love that. It's just so beautiful to me. And again, it reminds me a lot of the, you know, the aesthetic of my bygone era. So there's that one. So that was Magical Herbs. And then I got this one, the House Witch, because I just thought this one was interesting also. And I've seen a lot of, you know, there has been some reviews and stuff on YouTube, but I just thought, you know, I'd compare it to what I know, having been practicing for a bazillion years. You know, just a quick thumb through it, because these just came in today. So these last 5 that I'm showing you just came in today, and so I haven't really had a chance to look at them. No artwork whatsoever. Not that that's necessary, but you know, clearly I do like pictures things. I can read books without pictures, just so we're clear. I don't have to have pictures to read books. I do have an imagination. But yeah. So it's just a normal, you know, the House Witch. Kind of like, you know, I'm assuming keeping home and keeping, what does it say? The House Witch, I should probably read the title right. The House Witch, your complete guide to creating a magical space with rituals and spells for hearth and home. Sure. I like little mushrooms. I have a thing for mushrooms because they look like little penises to me, and I love that. Okay, so this is 1001 Spells. Now this one had some mixed reviews also. I guess people either loved it or hated it. I'm not really sure, but I figured, again, one of those things. I write my own spells, and I have for a really long time. So I just thought it'd be kind of fun to see what the kids are doing, right? Because that's kind of a thing, I think. Giving birth and the early days of life. Not sure how I feel about that one. I did natural delivery with all 3 of mine. My youngest was 2 months early. That was not fun. She spent a month in the NICU, so there's that. We'll see what it says about some other stuff. Oh, animals in the world and exotic creatures. Well, that's fun. So I'm going to take a look and see what this is all about, and then I'll do a review on this one also. Again, I'm just kind of pairing this with knowledge that I already have and things that I have already gathered and things I've been doing for a long time. I mean, for me, magic has always been about growth and learning and kind of muddling your way through things, I guess, for a lack of a better term. So I'm all for learning and educating myself, and I love resource guides. I love resource materials. So for me, this is just some of that. This one was pretty pricey. So, but again, like I said, Llewellyn was the gold standard for publishers for my generation when it came to our books. You know, Scott Cunningham was definitely very prominent in their rotation. And so having said that, I had to get this one. Because I figured I was getting some, you know, that the kids are reading. I thought I would try this one. And when I say kids, I'm not trying to be, you know, I'm not trying to be flippant or, you know, demeaning in any way. I'm just saying those that are getting into the craft and who are very new to it or have only been practicing for a few years. I feel very fortunate and blessed to have been practicing for as long as I have, and to not be fearful to tell people that I'm a Wiccan and to answer questions. And I feel like that's kind of where I'm at in this stage of my life. And so I'm not trying to be, you know, I'm not trying to be whatever, but it is kind of fun to go back to, you know, your comfort zone. And for me, that's pretty much always been Llewellyn. So here, this one is the Complete Book of Correspondences, a comprehensive and cross-referenced resource for pagans and Wiccans. So I like the fact that it's not just for Wiccans, because all Wiccans are witches, not all witches are Wiccan. And that goes with pagans. Not all pagans are Wiccans, and not all, but all Wiccans are pagan. But Wiccan for us is a religion. And you can be pagan and be agnostic, you can be pagan and atheist. I mean, you don't have to have any kind of a deity practice whatsoever. However, if you are not under the umbrella of what's considered the standard religions, which would be mostly the Abrahamic religions, and then you have, of course, you have Hindu and or Hinduism, and you have Buddhism, which are not, of course, Abrahamic. But if you're not Abrahamic, which would be Christian, Muslim, or Jewish, of those faiths, then you're considered a pagan. Pagan being peasant religions, because we worshipped or we appreciated the elements, seasons, the moon, cycles, that sort of thing. Anyhow, so if you're not of that, then you're considered a pagan. I'm hoping that makes sense. At least to the way that I was taught a billion years ago and have always practiced and for my own studies. So if you're not considered one of those normalized religions, then they consider you pagan. I'm not entirely sure why or how it came to be, but it is what it is. So you can be a like a Norse pagan. You can be a Celtic pagan. You can be, you know, someone who appreciates different whatever. You can be a pagan and not participate, believe in, or delve into the religious side of things, which for me would be Wicca, if that makes any sense. Because Wicca is, of course, a modern... Anyway, if you haven't seen other videos, then please go watch some other videos. At some point I will explain more as I make more videos and kind of get this channel going, but I don't want this to be like a billion-year-old video. So anyhow, so I got this one. It's, for me, I love them. I love how they write things out, and their authors are always amazing. So when I say them, I don't mean Llewellyn. They're the publishers. I mean the writers. If you write for and you are published by Llewellyn, chances are you are doing a fantastic job, in my humble opinion. And that's just, again, from years of experience with this company, or this publishing company. So anyway, without getting too much more babbly and kind of over the top with it, I love these kinds of books. I love them because I don't always want to be attached to my phone to remember something. So my codex, I have a codex. It's kind of like a grimoire, if you will. But my kids have access to it, so I've just always called it the codex. I don't know why. I thought it was funny and cute at some point in my life, so that's what it is. And it's pretty comprehensive, and it's where I keep a lot of my spell work and stuff. But I'm babbling again. I said I was gonna babble. Sorry. Anyway, so I got this because I thought it'd be fun. But it was pretty pricey. And all of these came from Amazon because I have yet to discover a really good source of witchy items in Oklahoma City. Now, I'm sure there's probably plenty and I'm just overlooking them, but COVID happened. It's a thing. It did happen. It even happened here in Oklahoma. And so getting out and wandering about just hasn't been top priority for a lot of us. So having said all of that, and now this extraordinarily long video, and I do apologize, and if you've managed to stick with it this long, blessings, and blessings to you. But anyhow, so merry meet, merry part. And thank you for being here. I will be putting out some more videos. Like I said, this is going to be the spiritual side of my life. And I think it'll be kind of fun to see, how things compare after, having practiced for so long, and these newer books. And also, I want to kind of show my side of things. I think it'd be kind of interesting. And I hope you do find it interesting as well. So if you do like these kinds of videos, and if you are interested, please like, subscribe. If you have any questions or any comments, please drop those down below. Please be respectful. Don't be a turd. But that's it. So yeah. So again, thank you so much for being here, and have a very blessed day, and blessed be.